And now, ladies and gentlemen, all your favorite Looney Tunes characters in a musical journey back to the sensational 60s. Yes, the 1960s, a time when America put men into space, and a new swimsuit proved there were a few heavenly bodies right here on Earth.
2, 3, 4, tell the people what she wore. It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini showing the water she wanted to stay.
Ah, the 1960s. That period of time when the answer to "What's up, Doc?" was Alan Shepard, John Glenn, and Neil Armstrong. Not only did we see men in space, but we saw the creation of the Peace Corps and the Nobel Peace Prize awarded to Dr. Martin Luther King.
Wait just a darn second. The 60s weren't all peaches and cream, you know. Remember the Cuban Missile Crisis? The Berlin Wall?
Those were nothing compared to the biggest catastrophe of the 1960s.
And what was that, pray tell?
Warner Brothers renewing your contract.
But in 1961, the most important question was who put the who was the I'd like to say it fall up with me.
You know what I remember most about the 60s, son?
The time the IRS audited your tax return?
Besides that, what I remember most was that time I sent you to camp.
Oh, I remember that, Father. But the Marine said I was too young for boot camp and sent me home.
Maybe so, but I still remember the letter you sent your ma and me.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining, and they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. Take me home, oh mother, father, take me home. I hate Granada, don't leave me out in the forest where I might get eaten by a bear. Wait a minute, it stopped hailing. Guys are swimming, guys are sailing, playing baseball. Gee, that's better. Mother, father, kindly disregard this letter.
In 1964, the world was introduced to a new kind of music. It was called the Mercy Beat, and it was imported from England.
England? What did England ever give us besides muffins?
Tell 'em, Peppy.
Oh, Sherry, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand. Then I'll say that something. I want to hold your hand. I want to hold your hand. Oh, that's not all. I want to hold your paw.
Okay, big deal, the Beatles. But we had some pretty good groups right here in the good old US of A.
We sure did, Daffy. While the Beatles were singing up a storm across the Atlantic, America's heart and soul was dancing to the Motown sound.
Ooh, ooh, baby love, my baby love, I need you, oh how I need you. But all you do is treat me bad, break my heart and treat me sad.
Love, before you break my heart, baby, I need your lovin'. Got to have all your lovin', baby, I need your lovin'. Got to have all your lovin'.
And don't forget the California sound of the 60s. All the leaves were brown, and in the sky is gray. I've been for I took a walk, I went on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in L.A. California dreaming on such a winter day.
I don't care what anyone says. The 60s were still a drag.
Talking about your last movie, Daffy?
Very funny, you harebrained halfwit. But I'll have you know that I'm not the only one who was unsatisfied with the 60s. Right, Sam?
You're gall darn right. And this song from 1965 said it all. I can't get get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction, 'cause I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried. I can't get no.
You see? I'm not the only one who didn't get any satisfaction from the 60s.
Daffy, we all know the 60s had some troubled times, but we survived.
Well, I'm still not convinced.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Duffy, but by the late 1960s, much of the unrest in the nation was replaced by the lovings. If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair.
If you're going to San Francisco,
You're going to find some gentle people there.
Hey, you see, Daffy, the 60s weren't so bad after all.
Maybe not for you, but for me, the 60s were the pits.
Okay, Daffy, out with it. Why are you so down on the 60s?
Why? I'll tell you why. Because the 60s were the decade I didn't get enough respect.
Respect?
Yeah, you know.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Yeah!
Hey, you heard him, fellas. Let's make the duck happy and sock it to him.
Fuck it to me. Fuck it to me. Fuck it to me.
Hey, that's our salute to the sensational 60s, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. But don't go away. We'll be back in a few minutes with a brand new show. And a brand new duck. And like they used to say in the 60s, here's to peace and love.
Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in the sun.